Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another beer review. I'm sitting back at this table again. I recorded a couple videos sitting at the red tent, and I liked the way that it looked, but I wasn't comfortable sitting at it. And after getting some feedback from a couple of you guys, some people had mentioned echoes in the microphone. The microphone was further away from me where I was at sitting, and just sitting at that, the chair was like, I don't know, knee high with the control panel. So I felt like I was just like up and I couldn't really get comfortable and all that good stuff. So I just moved it to here and I'm sitting back at this table. So it's way more comfortable just to sit. I can rest my arms, I can talk. I don't have to worry about like sitting at a chair with no whatever. So sorry that the struggle is real trying to make everything look and sound okay. But anyways, enough of that. Thank you guys for the feedback. So hopefully this looks okay and sounds okay. This is going to be the final resting place, I think, for these beer reviews. But yeah, last beer from the awesome Monkish Beer Mail package that I got from my man Michael. This is Days of Underoos. Easily one of the coolest can art. Shout out to Underoos. Everyone wore Underoos when they were a kid. And this is actually a lyric from Life After Death, Biggie Smalls' last album that he released. From the song Hypnotized, Papa been smooth since days of Underoos. So I love that these guys have all these hip hop references on their beers. It's fantastic. Monkish is out of Torrance, California, which is up near LA. This is a 6.8% alcohol by volume India Pale Ale brewed with Mosaic and Amarillo. So really, really, really looking forward to this one. Every beer I've had from Monkish has been fantastic. We just reviewed Blazing World a couple days ago, and that one was my favorite so far. So, and a lot of people say that's the best one that out of the recent can releases. People keep talking about Foggy Window, and I didn't get a chance to have that beer, though that is one of the greatest names ever if you're a Loonies fan. So let's go ahead and check this one out. This was canned right around June 10th. So time of recording, we are right at 2 weeks old. And I can smell that already. It's insane, the aromatics of these beers. They're so freaking aromatic. And another thing about sitting at the red tent, I felt like I was farther away from the camera, so I couldn't like shove this beer in your guys' face. So yeah, that beer pours just like the other Monkish beers. It's pineapple juice. It's hazy. You can't see anything through it. They have nailed the New England style as far as appearance. There is probably, I don't know, 3/4 of a finger of bright white head. There's some big soapy bubbles in the middle of that. We'll see if we can generate some more head. Yeah, it's about a finger. Just super, super pillowy. Really, really tight bubbles on the outside. There's some bigger bubbles in the middle, but it looks absolutely awesome. It looks like pineapple juice. So Mosaic and Amarillo. I'm expecting this to be like kind of berry, danky. I don't know. We'll see. So let's go ahead and shove our nose in it. This smells so good. Wow. So the Mosaic, you're getting an awesome blueberry note. It's just massive Mosaic. But then underneath the Amarillo is giving it like that crazy tropical fruity citrus thing. This beer smells fucking amazing. I can't believe like the berry note, the blueberry note from the Mosaic. It is crazy, crazy blueberries. It's awesome. It's funny. This reminds me of Focal Banger. When I smelled Focal Banger from the first time, like that was so blueberry forward. This reminds me of that. It is. It's just huge Mosaic. It's blueberries and then it's tropical fruits. It's mangoes and tangerines. There's like sweet pineapple in there. But it's just an explosion of Mosaic. It's blueberries for days. And then, like I said, it's papaya, it's peaches, and then you get a little bit of citrus, like sweet citruses, tangerine, sweet citruses, citrus. It's tangerine, but it smells like juice. It doesn't smell like beer. No malts to be found anywhere. It's straight up juice in a glass. So let's go and check this one out. Happy Friday. The weekend's here. Michael, thank you so much, sir. Cheers. That is awesome. It's so much freaking blueberry. It is. The taste follows the nose. The blueberry is so huge on your nose that right up front, it's massive mosaic. It's blueberries. And then as it goes just across your palate, you're getting the dankness from that mosaic. And then those sweet citrus fruits that you were smelling, they offer like an awesome bitterness. It's like tangerine peel, grapefruit peel, like the pithy part of an orange. There's tropical fruits in there. There's peaches. There's pineapples. Yeah, there's a nice bite at like on the finish of that from, again, it reminds you it's a West Coast beer. It's like that pithy kind of orangey tangerine peel. Like if you were to peel an orange or a tangerine and start it with your teeth. And people keep saying they never do that. Try it and you'll know what I'm talking about when we talk about like pithy citrus fruits. Everyone's like, I use my nails to do it. Use your mouth and you'll taste it and you'll know what we're talking about when people say like pithy grapefruit peel or pithy orange peel. But again, it's juice. It doesn't drink like beer. This is fantastic. I will say that this is more bitter than the other Monkish beers that I've had. Much more of a West Coast style as far as the finish goes, kind of like mid-palate to the finish. It's like dank, resinous, just a nice pop of bitterness that sits on your tongue. I don't know what the IBUs of this are. It's fairly bitter. It's not, overly bitter. It's not crazy unbalanced. Very much a juice forward. I mean, it's a juice bomb of a beer, but it also on the finish reminds you that it's West Coast style. So if you like Mosaic, you will love this beer. It is absolutely just the showcase of Mosaic hops. It's so much blueberry. I love it. And I just like how the tropical fruits and the citrus just kind of balance out that blueberry up front. And then you're getting that awesome West Coast dank, bitter kind of a finish. It lingers a little bit on your palate. It doesn't necessarily, fly away. And that bitterness kind of sits on your tongue for a little bit. But still super easy drinking. It's not like you're going to sit and get palate fatigued if you had a couple of these. Near 7% though, you can get in trouble if you were to get your hands. I think this was like a limit 2 4-pack per person. You could drink 2, 3, 4 cans of this, no problem. It's that good and it's that easy drinking. Really, really good stuff. So I don't think it's quite as amazingly mind-blowing as Blazing Arrow. I think it's called Blazing Arrow was. But this is world-class stuff. Again, I think this kind of cements it for me. This is my 5th Monkish beer, I think, and I would say without a doubt that Monkish is making the best IPAs in Southern California. It's just they've nailed the New England style and the juiciness that they bring, the drinkability, but their beers remind you that it's a West Coast beer. It still has that West Coast kind of tug at your West Coast heartstrings kind of a finish when it stays true to its West Coast roots with that dank kind of resinous thing, but just amazingly balanced and so juicy, so much juice, so much fruit, an awesome showcase of the hops that they use in all their beers. So this is like a 98 for me. World-class stuff. Awesome stuff from Monkish. That is Days of Underoos. Go listen to some Notorious B.I.G. tonight because his Ready to Die was actually a better album, I think, than Life After Death, but you can't. I mean, it's like picking your favorite kids. What do you do? They're both awesome. But yeah, Michael, thank you so much for sending this. Hopefully the setup looks okay because this is how I'm going to sit for the rest of the time because I'm comfortable and it's a lot easier to sit and speak to you guys and talk about beer. So, yep. If you guys have had Days of Underoos, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. I think it's fantastic. Monkish, you guys can do no wrong. So keep doing what you're doing. I would love to be able to get my hands on all their hoppy beer releases from here on out. So that's it. I'm out of here, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Cheers.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the view so I can bring bad news to